This is the SEC on ESPN, and what a showdown we have today to cap off what has been an unbelievable day and night of college basketball, with still a huge game following us. But we focus on Tennessee and Kentucky. And welcome everybody. You see both of these teams with 3 losses, and one of those losses handed to Tennessee was at the hands of the Wildcats.
An easy rack attack from Brown.
Kentucky starting 5. You focus on Malachi Moreno, who has been outstanding lately, the big man in the middle. Mark Pope says we want to get the ball in his hands more and more. Oweh got a chance for 3 to start it.
Can't let him turn the corner. I mean, it's as simple as that. This guy turning the corner is a beast in this league, and Bishop Boswell is chasing instead of being on that hip. Estrella rotates over, enough contact to get the call.
Estrella has been foul prone, and again, that's why the whole denim thing, he wanted it a couple of different times earlier, and this is the night they get a chance to debut it. You see some of the coats on some of those kids from the '96 team who are now just young men.
Boy, really good slip by Yelovich.
Moreno deep, too deep, and he gets it to go.
Kentucky going right at Tennessee early in this game. 3 out of their opening 4 possessions.
Ames, good rebound on the defensive end. Oweh sees a lane, he lays it up and in. Moreno with one of those roadblock screens helped clear the lane.
Man, how good is Oweh in the open floor? Tells you that Mark Pope has said, hey, we've got to hold our own or win the war inside tonight. Moreno, the young freshman, goes right at the chest of Estrella, makes that contact first, and that's how you score in the interior. And there's that roadblock screening action to Kentucky. 68% in league play, not good.
Another good hands by Gillespie to knock it away from Oweh.
Boy, they ambush the ball, do they not, the team in orange?
They do. There's Oweh, and that one does not go down. Up and in, and that is Garrison. Good vibes from Brandon Garrison off his last in college 2011, and this is a helper to go.
Well, it's the physicality and the footwork that Tin and White brings to Kentucky right now. And if you're going to hang with Tennessee, you've got to battle on the glass, man. That's when the game begins. Ball, and immediately his eyes go to the rim. Where's the help coming from? Do I have one for myself or a drop-off? Tough to handle with that type size and those kind of paws.
And you see the way Amen's impacted the game, Jimmy. That was his 3rd assist. He doesn't have a point yet.
Wow,
and Oweh pulls his way in, and wouldn't you know it, Bishop Boswell takes another one to the nose-face area.
About 3 hard hits to the nose per game right now in SEC play. This is just best on best. Bishop Boswell is the best on-ball defender.
That natty. Estrella inside, no. Rebound battle won by Moreno as he and Brown, a couple of freshmen, got caught up there.
Ravi, another missed 4-footer by Tennessee in this first half.
Aberdeen all the way to the basket.
That cannot happen. I applaud Aberdeen. He took exactly what the defense gave him, but no one was talking, pointing with an urgency for Tennessee. Was the problem in the first matchup in that second half. He got downhill at will and just crosses Boswell up. Ravi, how tough was that? He had to fight his way, first of all, to come off that ball screen. And then Oweh clamps down, chokes off the water, but he fights off the pressure, just elevates over the top.
How quickly Amen got from no points to 8 points. Oweh, 3-pointer is good. And right now, Burdett is calling it a 2. 8.
What a job by Gillespie, though, to play off 2 feet. Didn't go in there off of 1 and do anything off balance.
Oweh. Boy, difficult drive there with Brown.
Ravi, why gamble on Oweh? You're giving the best guy downhill an easy path. Well, he made the perfect decision for Nate Amen. He needed someone that's going to hold him accountable every day. You know Coach Barnes is going to do that, but also believe in him and keep his spirit going. Nate Amen's the 13th McDonald's All-American in the history of Tennessee basketball.
His pass to Oweh. Estrella got it, got rid of it too quickly, and Yelovich grabbed the board.
Yeah, why rush? He's got a wingspan advantage on the inside, Estrella does.
Aberdeen, very difficult turnaround at the free throw line.
I think that's where Kentucky's at their best right now. Early offense, one-on-one with Aberdeen or Oweh. He's all of 6'5", and Gillespie right now, he tries to steal that basketball. You're not going to do it with a guy with that much size and that good of a handle. And as soon as Gillespie reached and got off balance, boom, play, and find Gillespie circling behind.
But Gillespie 14, Ament 11. They have 25 of Tennessee's 31. Diabate down low, didn't take it. Aberdeen, yes. Corner three gives a look to the Tennessee bench on his way back.
Already above their average. They've taken more threes than twos, which is not the typical formula for Rick Martin's team. Actually, it's 50-50, but Denzel Aberdeen, Kentucky is so good at keeping that backside corner fill, puts a lot of pressure. 17-point lead in the first game in the first half, and that did not last.
Aberdeen, that's
Tough
way
shot.
short. Yeah, over Brown. Yelovich kept it alive. Good job. 5 on the shot clock. Chandler's going to launch.
Bam!
And landed.
He is Kentucky's best shooter under pressure, late game or late clock.
41% from 3.
With a loose ball scramble. Aberdeen drives that ball, grabs a piece of the paint. Tennessee ambushes the ball. Henderson comes off of it, probably too far. He's on the top side, no reason to do it. Colin Chandler makes him pay.
Opponents to see what Amen's been able to do in his last 2 halves of college basketball. Every trip now in the last 90 seconds feels very important for Kentucky. Johnson, good roll there. Moreno, yes, too good.
A very tight window for Aberdeen to find Moreno. Moreno's got great hands. That young kid doesn't fumble too many things at all around that rim.
78.
And if you're Kentucky, you tell your guys, we don't believe Tennessee's going to make 8 threes again in the second half. But man, let's be in that airspace and make sure.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah,
they have that play diagram. Moreno got it in his hands, and Owe with a backdoor cut.
Yeah, just burn that initial pressure off that Tennessee came out with. On the other end, talk about burning pressure off. Owe right here, and he just turns that corner. He has an Iverson cut Ravi across the top, and then when he gets to the assist,
Aberdeen separates and gets the friendly roll here at Rupp.
I just think Denzel Aberdeen is thinking, what did I do the last time against Tennessee in the second half?
Yep.
Relation basketball and went downhill.
That's off of Amen. Chandler wins the race to the ball. He's got Yelovich with him, finds him for the flush. Down to 9.
From it. And Tennessee moving that basketball. Nate Ament just loses control of it. And a good decision by Colin Chandler instead of the clean 3. He finds Yelovich, who gets out in front of the orange jerseys for the easy 2. Play triggered by 3 in orange.
Yep.
A program built on hard work, and no one outworks Bishop Boswell.
Lead was 9, now back to 13. Boswell, the unsung hero. Chandler knocks down another 3. Colin Chandler, second of the night.
I'm a big Colin Chandler fan, man. He's fast and forceful with his ball fakes, his shot fakes. Shoot that thing with confidence.
8.
Look at Chandler. He knows his sweet spot is that slot 45, just off that elbow towards the.
Every trip important for the Cats. They need points and stops. Akpara back in the game. Owe. Good defense that time by Boswell again. Loose ball. Aberdeen won that. Didn't need to fire it up, but it worked anyway.
That foot race to the ball, man, is so important. And Aberdeen just the best athlete in the open floor. Boy, the battle line, which is the line of scrimmage on that ball screen defense, is probably going to determine this second half.
Diabate goes up strong that time to avoid an Amen block. Older than they were in the first half. Now just 2 of 9 here in the second.
Well, watch the roof if Kentucky knocks one down here.
Aberdeen with Akpara on him. Diabate all the way, and here we go.
As well. Brandon Garrison immediately gets his eyes looking for the cutter, and Diabate says, here I am. And at the next possession later, Jalen Carey 2 goes to the ball. The ball's the most right to the chest of Nate Ament.
Moreno has got Gillespie on him. Huge height advantage. Backdoor move and a cut from Owe. Time Tennessee.
Man, Kentucky's starting to find their life. Much more alert, much more fight back on the defensive end and go at Tennessee at some point. Get that ball to the painted area, and Moreno is so skilled. And a timely cut by Otega-Oweh. A burn cut again. Get behind the orange jerseys. A timeout, especially on the road in a tight game. He's going to jackhammer that ball inside. What a find from Estrella to Brown.
Jesper Johnson works on the big man, lays it up and in.
Again, left and lefter. You've got to sit on that left side and make two and white do something else in this league and across the country. And every possession is magnified in a game like this at the under 8.
How about the minutes Jesper Johnson is getting on the floor? Bounce pass, Oweh, great cut.
He is so good starting on the left side on a dribble handoff, get into his NASCAR cuts, getting downhill, turn it to that left shoulder. He is a force.
4 games in his career against Tennessee. He'd never gone over 14 points. He's got 18, and he's made 9 of 15 shots. Double-zero in white. Gillespie, Estrella, that's blocked. Ament, good ball fake, but he is called with a shot clock violation. Give Kentucky's defense credit, Jimmy. They have been outstanding this half. Tennessee is 3 of 20.
They have been the more physical team in the second half. Kentucky has. It's hard to out-physical Tennessee. Making life heck on the team in orange. Estrella goes in with 2 hands and tries to finish it with 1. If he finishes it with 2, probably gets himself fouled, and just the lack of recognition on the shot clock. Kentucky flying around. Diabate, Chandler, Moreno getting hot on the defensive end at the right time.
Oweh, baseline. Oh my goodness! He got it to go, and Kentucky's got its first lead since 8-7. Oweh has 20. And he was eyeing Carey, who never really presented an opportunity, and he forced that turnover pass. Oweh, big drive, another one that rolls off the rim. That time Garrison cleans it up.
Yeah, that's the physicality that Brandon Garrison has started playing with. Had a double-double tonight like he had midweek, but a very important big-time rebound. Just shoves Carey out of the way, which is not easy to do. The ball ends up right in his paws in front of the rim. Regardless, arm shooters that are tired, they miss. Leg shooters that are tired, they make.
Moreno, good passer. Pushes Okpara deep. Skyhook is good.
How good is this guy now and going to be? I mean, he went right at Felix Okpara, which every coach in the league will tell you may be the best inside defender in this league. It is a fist fight. Big part of this game, Rabbi. Kentucky has doubled up. They have doubled up Tennessee points in the paint, 44-22. And they continue. You can also get burned by a back cut by Oweh.
And you may want to go right back down to Moreno. To Jimmy's point, 44-22 in the paint. He sets the high screen and then rolls. Aberdeen penetrates, and there's a whistle and a foul. Looks like it may be on Boswell, who's on his backside.
Well, Mark Pope went with what was successful in Knoxville. He put Aberdeen in a high ball screen and just let Aberdeen get off script and go make a play.
Free throw shooter, 84% in SEC play. And it looks smooth, and it is to tie this game up with 1:27 to play.
I mean, I guess you could. I don't know why just call timeout.
If you don't have any.
Yeah. If you don't have any, that's too big of a risk. Here we go. We knew it would be a one-possession game at the start of this thing, and here we are. Oweh on Nate Ament. That is good on good.
3 fouls on Oweh. Ament to his left with 8 on the shot clock. Here comes Okpara. Blows by the screen, up and in for Nate Ament.
How about that explosive first step by Ament in a short clock? Unguardable with a long stride.
29 in the game for Ament. And there's another timeout by Pope.
Abby, the maturity of this kid, the toughness of this kid. The guts of Nate Amen. So much pressure on Boswell guarding Oweh. Aberdeen's been good on the ball screen.
And a much improved point guard, Aberdeen. Moreno now has a switch. He's got Boswell on him. Oweh. Kick. Chandler three. Right on the money. Kentucky by 2.
I told you, he's Kentucky's best pressure shooter. Delivered.
And he's doing it with 4 fouls as Rupp is rocking.
Man, what a fight drive by Otega-Oweh. Para was doing a really good job until Otega-Oweh got to that baseline. Amari Evans rotates over, but Colin Chandler, I talked about in the second half, he loves that slot 45, and that's exactly where he runs to. Otega-Oweh almost with instincts knowing 5 in white's going to be there sitting. The rise and fire, bam! Nothing but net by Colin Chandler.
Colin Chandler's been a couple.
Wow.
Oweh on Amen. Turnaround.
Short.
That's short. Rebound Moreno with 14 seconds.
What a job by
They
Oweh.
get the foul.
What a job by Otega-Oweh. I said he's the best two-way guard in the SEC, and I stand behind it. For big ones right now against the heated rivalry, Tennessee Volunteers.
Malachi Moreno steps to the stripe. He's made 3 of 4. He makes 2. It could be massive. Make it a 2-possession game. This is a big, big one coming up from Moreno. No good, and Tennessee will have a chance. And Rick Barnes is going to talk it over. They used their last timeout. They are down by 3 with 8 seconds to go. With Henderson, Boswell, Gillespie, and Amen.
The out-of-bounds guy is always dangerous. That's Amen.
They get it to Estrella, and Garrison immediately picks up the foul. And Mark Pope immediately puts his thumb up. Like that's what we wanted. They're going to send Estrella to the free throw line.
1 or 2 of these.
But he's 1 of 5 in the game.
Yeah,
he's
he
a
is.
66% free throw shooter. Knocks the first one down calmly.
He's a tough kid. You've heard me say before, I want tough guys on the line in this situation as much as high percentage shooters.
With 8 seconds, attempt to make this free throw.
Tennessee's out of timeouts.
Boswell is
Good
down
gracious.
on the ground. Yeah, a big collision as he and Moreno got all wrapped up with each other on him.
They have to make 2 cuts.
They get it to Chandler, and he gets ripped right away by Amen. So you're sending Colin Chandler, a 90% free throw shooter, to the free throw line, up by 1. Down the 3, and now massive, massive free throws. That's off, and how about Diabate to get the rebound? And Aberdeen will be fouled. Mo Diabate
got exactly what they wanted, a missed free throw by a 90% free throw shooter in conference play. But Mo Diabate just quicker to the ball, not a physical box off by Tennessee.
Tonight.
Tennessee with no timeouts left, so everything's on the fly right now.
Right here for Aberdeen to put them up 3.
And we saw Kentucky go Christian Laettner against LSU this year. And Kentucky, Tennessee has to have some type of a play. This ball's got to be thrown. You got 3 dribbles at most. Give it back to Gillespie.
Yep.
He's got a chance.
Half court to tie. Oh! Off the back iron and off the rim. The comeback complete. The Volunteers lose another double-digit lead. Kentucky 74-71. That's as close as you can come on a half-court shot.
Akpara did a good job of getting himself open and gave it back to Gillespie, who got a good look. You can say he had time for maybe one more bounce. He's got the shot clock right in his vision. I'm telling you what, that thing is right on line. just doesn't quite fall. Man, there's something about this Mark Pope Kentucky team. They can get down, but they do not lose their belief, and it all starts with Otega Oweh. What a night in the SEC.
It certainly is continued. A double-digit comeback, 5th time this year. Big plays from Oweh and Chandler, and how about Diabate with that offensive rebound to give Aberdeen 2 more shots. For Jimmy Dykes and our entire production crew, I'm Carl Ravitch. What a night, 74-71. We continue with basketball, Houston, BYU.